I can't sit on it any longer. God brought back to my remembrance regarding, for a while now, He has had me to speak my prayers, my affirmations, to voice them in authority, in knowingness, and in confidence, to confirm that I know who controls and who's the author and finisher of my faith. So another area that I had been instructed to start voicing my prayers, it's regarding my food. Every time I sit down to eat or whatever, as I said, I've been in the practice of my life. I always do things within my spirit, you know, and just know that He knows my thoughts and knows my feelings. He knew it before I even thought about it or before I speak it. But like I said, excuse me, for a while now, God has had me to start it, not just meditate on it within, and to start voicing it. And as I'm sitting here now, I realized that in the other video I made regarding voicing my affirmations, how God, compelled me to start doing this, to put it in the air. One of the areas that I didn't mention is food. Right now, I think it was a couple of days ago, I was watching a video, and the video was talking about the food. I think it was the video called Food Fraud or something like that. And I'd be darned if these people didn't even mention seasoning. And what I'm saying is that we have got to be, we just have to know that we're not know any and every type of thing that God created. We are made in the image of God. Our bodies were created to run in peak performance and to perform, to do miraculous things, heal itself, fight off toxins. I don't know, but it's like God is saying for us to make sure we know that our bodies, because we can eat as good as we think we're eating, down to the point of our seasonings, your garlic powder, your oregano. How deep can the fear and the bad news and the ulterior motives, the money hungry, the depopulation, whatever the case may be, how deep are they gonna keep trying to feed this to us? We gotta prove our faith. If to nobody, to yourself, you can't even sit down and eat I don't care if you call it the healthiest plate. And out there in the world, they even tainting with the healthiest plate. So we've got to give more faith to what we think we know what to do. We could do our best, but while we're doing our best, we better know that God got the rest, because you it's not even in the healthiest plate we're eating. That faith better be in God and be in the body, knowing how God created your body. Well, for one, this is how my prayer, and it has been for the longest now. Ever since God has told me to start speaking in the air, it's like the warfare has amped up. You know, when I sit down and eat, I usually say, thank you, Father, for my food. Let it be a blessing. You know, thank you, bless it and sanctify it. And, you know, thank you. Just a general basic prayer. But no, my Father has amped it up within my spirit. It's like now you need to pray that, because the Bible says whatever is put before you, eat, but you better eat it by faith. Because we don't know what hands, what mind, what motives, or nothing that is in front of us as we eat. But my prayer now has been basically regarding my food is that, Father, I thank you that this meal will be an addition, a blessing to this vessel, this body, and what's not, let it come out through my butt. Let it, because this is a divine machine, and it will perform in peak performance, and anything toxin or whatever, it will come out. Golly. We've got to know this body that God created is a miraculous machine. It will do its job. But are we cooperating with that? Ain't nobody perfect as far as I don't put everything perfect, healthy on my plate. No, back in the days when God was teaching me about nutrition, being the vegetarian and not eating shrimp and crabs, and I've been through the classrooms of learning nutritious values of food. But as far as myself go, I'm free regarding my eating. Basically learning just to be in moderation. That's where I am, making sure, Wanda, stay in moderation of your eating. But as far as eating what I like, what I want, when I want, how I want, I'm free regarding my food. But the moderation, too much of anything. So if we're gluttonous, feeding our body to where the machine overloads, you know, these are things that we need to be considering. How much are we flooding out the system that it can't perform at peak performance? Because when we get that moderation level regarding the body and its food, its intake, oh, God will do the rest. Because we're learning to eat by faith. We live and move and have our being in faith. I mean, everything is got to be in faith. If we don't see what kind of times we're living in, it's truly blind leading the blind. But our eyes are open and we walk, run, crawl, fly, live, move, and have our being. It better be in faith. Have a blessed day.